Top 10 World's Greatest Sea Monsters. Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 underwater sea monsters that are believed to exist. From ancient legends to modern-day sightings, these creatures have captured the imagination of people for centuries. But are they real or just a product of our fear and imagination? Let's find out. At number 10, we have the captivating creatures of Greek mythology, the sirens. These enchanting half-woman, half-bird creatures were said to lure sailors to their deaths with their mesmerizing songs. The first written accounts of the sirens date back to Homer's Odyssey in 8th century BC. While there is no evidence of a creature that matches the description of the sirens, the legend may have been inspired by real-life encounters with creatures such as the manatee, which has a siren-like call, or the dugong, which has a human-like face. The siren story is used as a metaphor in literature and poetry to describe a dangerous or deadly temptation. Coming in at number 9, we have the legendary sea monster of Norse mythology, the Kraken. This giant octopus or squid is said to have the power to capsize ships and drag sailors to their deaths. The first written accounts of the Kraken date back to the 13th century. While there is no concrete evidence of the existence of a giant octopus or squid, some scientists argue that the legends of the Kraken may have been inspired by real-life encounters with giant squids, which can grow up to 43 feet long. Many sailors in the old days reported sightings of giant sea creatures that could be the origin of the legend, but no concrete evidence exists to prove the existence of the Kraken. Coming in at number 8, we have the giant prehistoric shark that once roamed the ocean, the megalodon. The first fossils of megalodon were discovered in the early 19th century. It lived approximately 23 to 3.6 million years ago and was one of the largest predators to have ever existed. While the megalodon is extinct, some believe that a population of the species may still survive in the deep sea. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this claim. The idea of a surviving population of megalodon is often portrayed in fiction and movies, but it has no scientific basis. At number 7, we have the treacherous sea monster, the Charybdis. First mentioned in Homer's Odyssey, the Charybdis is said to reside in a narrow channel of water and suck in ships and sailors with its powerful whirlpool. The Charybdis is often depicted as a giant sea monster. The first written accounts of the Charybdis date back to the 8th century BC. While there is no evidence of a sea monster that creates whirlpools, the legend of the Charybdis may have been inspired by the natural phenomenon of tidal whirlpools, which can be dangerous for ships. The Charybdis was often considered as a navigational hazard for sailors in ancient times and was said to have the power to swallow entire ships. Coming in at number 6, we have the giant sea monster mentioned in the Bible, the Leviathan. The Leviathan is said to be a giant serpent or dragon that lives in the depths of the sea. The Leviathan is often depicted as a symbol of chaos and destruction. The first written accounts of the Leviathan date back to the 6th century BC. While there is no scientific evidence of a giant sea serpent or dragon, some scholars believe that the Leviathan may have been inspired by real-life encounters with large sea creatures such as the crocodile or the shark. The Leviathan is also mentioned in Jewish and Islamic mythology as a giant sea monster that God created and placed in the ocean. Coming in at number 5, we have the Cadborosaurus, a sea creature said to inhabit the waters off the coast of British Columbia. Described as horse-like, with a long neck and flippers, the first reported sighting of Cadborosaurus was in the early 1930s. While there is no concrete evidence of the existence of the Cadborosaurus, some believe that it could be a type of sea serpent or a surviving plesiosaur. However, many scientists argue that the sightings could be explained by known species of marine animals such as the sea lion or the oarfish. The Cadborosaurus is a popular creature in Pacific Northwest folklore and has been sighted multiple times throughout the years. At number 4, we have the Mokel-imbem, a large, sauropod-like creature said to inhabit the swamps and rivers of Central Africa. Described as having a long neck and tail and said to be a herbivore, the first reported sighting of Mokel-imbem was in the early 20th century. While there is no concrete evidence of the existence of the Mokel-imbem, some cryptozoologists argue that the creature could be a surviving sauropod. However, many scientists believe that the sightings could be explained by known species of elephants or crocodiles. The Mokel-imbem is an important creature in the folklore of the Luba people of the Congo and has been the subject of several expeditions to find concrete evidence of its existence. Number 3, we have the Ningen, a large, human-like creature said to live in the Antarctic waters. Described as having a white, hairless body and a face with human-like features, the first reported sighting of Ningen was in the 1960s. While there is no concrete evidence of the existence of the Ningen, some believe that it could be a new species of marine mammal or a surviving sea monster. However, many scientists argue that the sightings could be explained by known species of marine animals such as the walrus or the seal. The ninjin is a popular creature in Japanese folklore and reported by fishermen. At number 2, we have the Lochness Monster, a creature said to inhabit Scotland's Loch Ness. Despite numerous sightings and even a famous photograph, the existence of Nessie has yet to be proven or disproven. The first reported sighting of Nessie was in the 6th century. Some believe Nessie to be a surviving plesiosaur, a marine reptile that went extinct 66 million years ago. But others argue that the sightings could be explained by large sturgeons or other known species of fish. The Loch Ness Monster is one of the most famous and well-documented sea monsters in the world and has been the subject of numerous scientific studies and expeditions. And at the top of our list, coming in at number 1, we have the Bermuda Triangle Beast. The creature is described as being large, serpentine, and having multiple tentacles. The first reported sighting of Bermuda Triangle Beast was in the 1940s. While there is no concrete evidence of its existence, some believe that it could be a sea monster or a giant octopus. However, many scientists argue that the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle can be explained by natural phenomena such as storms, currents, and human error. The Bermuda Triangle Beast is one of the most mysterious and intriguing sea monsters ever reported. Whether these sea monsters are real or just a product of our fear and imagination, one thing is certain: they continue to capture our imagination and spark our curiosity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more educational top 10 content.